like I said, there's a lot of layers to this player, you know? I got a different interest. Baby Boy Cris here, also known as Cris Castillo. East Oakland right now. Feel me? Seminary vibes right now with my boy Nick. You know, man, we go back a long time. Baseball shit, Babe Ruth shit. You know the Babe Ruth deal. You know you gotta be cut from a different cloth for that. Or you go get the sauce and you feel me, you just become a whole different person. Yeah, so I went to school, I went to Tech, Oakland Tech, shout out to all my Bulldogs. You know, played baseball there for all 4 years under Coach Clayton and Coach Bass. Now we got kind of this inner circle of baseball here in Oakland. There's not too many of us that really give it its all, but you know, ended up going to Tech. Had a couple looks coming out of Tech, didn't necessarily get the money that I needed. You feel me? If you come from the East, you can't really afford too many colleges to keep it real. But ended up going to De Anza for a little bit. Shout outs to De Anza. Shout outs to SMC. Shout outs to the pelotero vibe, you feel me? That was definitely a point in time that I'll never forget. Then I ended up going to the small D1 school in Texas. It was a whatever experience, I'm not even gonna lie to you. But with that being said though, met some of the closest homies I've met. I've had the chance to travel around, play at some big schools. But all in all, we're back here. We're back here in Oakland chasing the bag, working in tech sales. Have a couple ventures on the side with my brother Josh. He shouts out to No End. You know, he's really pushing that initiative with this label. And shouts outs to LV, man. I need everybody who sees this to check out Pussy. Pussy really is really about to be on some other shit when it comes to the music. He brings a nice blend of New Orleans and real Oakland vision, I would have to say. Yeah, so growing up in Oakland, I would never, ever think about replacing that experience. One of the first few things I tell people when I meet them is, honestly, it either might be one of the first or the second thing besides my name, is that I'm from Oakland. And I think that kind of stands universal when it comes to this area, that if you're from out here, you're gonna put on. And you're gonna check anybody if they try to put you in a box. So with that being said, though, I'll go a little bit deeper into my life. Man, I would have to say that I learned a lot of my game from Arroyo Park. No pun intended, with baseball and just with life. Being surrounded by a lot of people who were loyal to this soil. And hold on, we got a car coming in. So. Oh no, are you good? Yeah.
That's good. You can cut it right there perfectly.
I'm really serious right now.
Yeah, we are.
The girl wasn't too happy about that little situation. As you can see, we're in the middle of the street, but this ain't the craziest shit she's seen. Word to Oakland, this is just like this is regular, but it's not normal. With that being said though, like I said, growing up in the East, it was, I don't know, I wouldn't want to say it's what you'd expect it to be, but life is life at this point. Yeah, I don't know any other perspective, right? I've seen the things that I've seen. Maybe I'm numb to it. Obviously, other people don't really get to see that side of the story. But man, I wouldn't take it back for anything. Man, it makes you grow up fast. But with growing up fast though, you're ahead of the curve in a lot of ways. I think it's obviously an unfortunate way to come up, just seeing the things that you see out here and seeing friends, seeing just unfortunate situations happen. But that's not the only thing Oakland is. Back to my high school, Tech, it was such an eclectic group of everything. You saw every form of life. You saw every walk of life, every form of belief, every form of creed. You know, and that's what Oakland is. Oakland's a huge melting pot, and I'd like to say it's one of the most diverse places in the world. And if you're really from here, you take you take this experience and become a way more well-rounded person than anybody else, because you get to see all forms of life. Obviously, you get stuck in places where, man, people don't even really understand what it's like to be white, what it's like to be black, what's it like to be brown, what's it like to be Asian. You know, there's levels to education. Like, you know, the way society forms what intelligence is completely linear. It has such a standard, and what's not understood is that it's a spectrum. Bet y'all put you some of those nerds in the streets, they wouldn't be smart out here. Yeah, man, let's hop into this art shit though. There's a lot of, like I said, there's a lot of layers to this player, you know? I got a different interest. I'm actually kind of glad I'm no longer a baseball player, because one thing I am noticing is that it's forcing me to like really dive into who I thought I was as a person. And you know, with that being said though, shout out to Keith Jenkins, also known as Stunning Man, going viral on the art shit. I'm also a supporter of my alternative Chicano folks. Shout out to all my Latinos making music out there. Shout out to the Marias, you know, going viral, man. And just shout out to my set, man. My brothers know who they are. Oh, we wrapping things up, y'all. I'm about to get out of here. Y'all need to hear me no more. Pop in the DM, Baby Boy Cris. Tap in with LV. That's Pussy right there. Sound's gonna be on the background. Follow no end. And man, support your friends. Shout outs to Nick, man. Stay consistent. We out this, you know, the vibes.
It's no limit to a thought. And I'm challenging my people to continue to be creative, and creativity is combative to being complacent. When we're complacent, when we're stuck, that means that we've allowed our creativity to come to a standstill, and we're not thinking of a way to further ourselves anymore. So the trajectory of which we once wanted to be headed, we go the opposite way.
I ain't never kept it a bill if I let them tell it. She just won't creep with me, got ghosts on her quick, she weak for me. She just won't be with V, but telling her friends it's beef for me.